Good day. I want to invite you to the Emerging Mothers Evolution Program, where we support mothers, that would be you, with anxiety as it relates to teens transitioning out of the home after high school, whether they're heading off to the college campus, the military base, or simply residential independence. I'm Dr. Michelle Lloyd, and in 2016, my oldest daughter, she was scholarshiped into Virginia Tech, and so we drove from Sugar Land, Texas, all the way to Blacksburg, Virginia, those 17 hours, spent time with her, dropped her off, and then drove the 17 hours back. And where did I find myself? In my prayer closet on the floor. Was I weeping? Was I crying? Not exactly. I was wailing, thinking, what in the world have I just done? I just left a quarter of my heart between my hubby and my 3 daughters, a quarter of my heart on the East Coast. And here I am in Sugar Land, Texas, thinking, oh my goodness, there needs to be a set of eyes on her on a regular basis, as there was here, and that was simply not the case. So I got up the next morning, went to church, and pulled aside seasoned mothers who had already experienced their children transitioning out of the home. And some of their sons or daughters were even married and had families and everything. And I pulled them aside and asked them, what in the world did you do? And you make it look so easy. And I thought that they were going to tell me, well, it's no big deal, and it'll pass, and this is what you've raised your teen to do. However, I learned that there was a slight bit of grief still within them, and they agreed that this is a challenge. It is hard. You will still reflect and think about them, of course, and the younger days, and time passes so quickly. And so as they mentioned this to me, and of course I thought, I'm feeling some certain kind of way, and I'm by myself. And so I realized that there is a universal theme regarding this that happens to some of us mothers, and it could happen to fathers too. And, if that's the case, I will have to roll out a program for them as well. But I know that it happens to many mothers. Whereas we're in a vulnerable space, and although we know that preparation is paramount, are we prepared to handle what happens when this teen transitioned out? And so, you know what? I've created 3 particular programs: a self-study, a transition success signature program, and a transition success supreme program that will help us mothers answer the questions such as, who am I now and what now? Also answer the questions such as, how can I properly parent at a distance? Also, how can I go about strengthening this bond between myself and my teen prior to their transition? Also, how do I go about managing this transition day anxiety? And then also, amongst a plethora of topics we'll discuss, is how do I go about releasing with respect? And so these are the types of topics that I know myself and many other mothers face. And so this is what I help with in my program, and I'm so excited about it. So to talk just a little bit about the program. So that Transition Success Self-Study, that's a 3-week program, if you will, and it's working through a workbook on your own, because many of you have busy schedules just like I do. But then also we come together. There's a Tuesday, a Wednesday, and a Thursday. But we come together on that Wednesday to discuss some of these topics to make sure that you're crystal clear regarding what happens and how to go about preparing for that. And then there's the Transition Success Signature Program, where that is a 6-month program where we take a deep dive into understanding where we are, of course, physically and intellectually and socially and vocationally, and those things that we need to prepare ourselves for before and after the transition actually takes place. And then there is the Transition Success Supreme Program, where that is a full 1-year curriculum, if you will, and that works with you and also your teen regarding what will happen, of course, with them before and after they transition out. And then there's the bonding that takes place in that particular program as well. And it starts off with a transition success customized plan for, of course, yourself. And then, of course, it's almost like me coaching through you also to your teen as well. So I am super excited about the programs. They've been effective. Of course, you'll be able to read about some of the testimonials on the website, which, of course, if you need that link, that, of course, will be sent to you. So I want to invite you again to this Emerging Mothers Evolution. There's also, guess what, some icon packs and also templates that are effective and will be effective for you as well. Again, I invite you to be a part of this Emerging Mothers Evolution program. We are super excited about what we're doing and how we're helping and serving mothers who are facing this situation. Listen, take care of yourselves. Be safe. God bless. And I look forward to seeing you. Goodbye.